Welcome back to Scoreline. My name is Robinson Okenye. First part of the show, we were talking about amputee football and the state of amputee football. But remember, the national women's amputee football will be taking part in the World Cup in Colombia. That will be in November. And in this part of the show, I want us to shift gears. We get into deaf sports in the country. Joining me is Miriam Opondo from Deaf Sports Kenya, and we will be talking about the state of deaf sports at the moment. And of course, my translator is Brian, who will be helping me, get this conversation going. So I want us to get into that conversation this afternoon. Good afternoon, Miriam. How are you doing?
Yes, good afternoon.
Yes, good to have you here back after a long time.
Yes. So happy to be back here to the studio today because we have concerns for my athletes. And also it's really important because at this particular time, let's say we are soon going to have the Olympics for the deaf, and we are in bit worry. So we don't know if we are going or not. Yes.
So what happened that you are supposed to take part in 2025 Tokyo, and that has made Kenya face a ban? What happened?
Okay, thank you. For sure, or for true, Kenya was suspended last year in the month of July, and that was after failing to participate in the handball section in Denmark. There was a championship. So what happened is the team qualified to go for the World Championship. And also the government did all the budgeting and the planning, and the money was handed to the team. And it was about 10.8 million. Now, it happened that the visa process was a bit late, and the team did not fly to Denmark. So normally, if the team does not fly or attend, they need to report back to the government within 4 days to explain on what happened. At the same time, the sports fund law, it says you give back whatever money which has not been used to the government. So this team failed to do that. So the international body demanded that we get to pay for the hotel, the accommodation, for the handball team that was supposed to attend, but now they were not able to pay because where was the money? Now, we later on communicated to the government to support in paying this hotel or accommodation. So it has been 1 year, nothing has happened. So because of this, Denmark has been pushing like the international body to follow the constitution, what it says. When someone does not pay, what happens? Someone becomes suspended. And that is the reason as to why we are suspended. So the Kenya players in different sporting federations, since last year, they have not been able to participate, like 12 competitions. And also we're having the World Championship. So right now, it's clear that soon we can also miss this Deaf Olympics.
So what? Before we even get there, you are supposed to probably pay around 10 million back to the government. Is it so, if I got you right?
Okay. This handball team, they're supposed to pay back 10.8 million that to the sports fund. The money should go to the sports fund. Yes. Then from there, the sports fund can be able to decide if they can be able to pay the international body on the debt. That is about 18 million, which that is the reason as to why you are suspended.
So where will you get the 10 million to pay back?
The 10 million was given to the team from sports fund.
Yes.
For them to be able to fly to Denmark. But they failed to fly. And at the same time, they failed to return back the money.
So now what happens?
Okay, so right now we're in deep worries. We have really tried to talk to the government to help sort this issue. And for true, personally, I've also done a letter which has been directed to the CS, and also did a letter to the PS. And as you know, last year, or in the previous year, the CS Ababu Namwamba was in the office. And we had already had this conversation with Ababu Namwamba.
Yes.
And later on, there was a committee of 5 people which was selected. 2 people from the ministry and 3 people from the Deaf Federation.
Yes.
Then later on, we had a conclusion. But we have seen at the end, CS Ababu Namwamba was later on taken away from the seat. And right now, we did a letter to the PS. Now, my biggest worry is the people who participated in taking this money or in eating this money, they're not ready to reveal the truth to the PS or the CS. So that maybe both of them, even they don't know like how to sort out how this debt came about, so that they may be able to pay it. So me, I'm really seeing the confusion coming from the NSSF. From the sports fund, because they're not ready to inform the PS and the CS about this money, the truth about this money. We can see that deaf athletes are really suffering because of this. And I'm calling on the CS and the PS to intervene and see the importance of paying this debt, because the deaf sports, the athletes are really stuck because of this. And this is the first time that we are missing the Deaf Olympics. So, when it comes to issues of inclusivity, let also the deaf people, or let us all have the deaf people also being included. Let us not be excluded on matters inclusivity. Even when you see at this year, the hearing team went to the Olympics. The Paralympics went to the Olympics. We have seen that happening. But what about the Deaf Olympics? What next about them? So my humble request to CS currently, please, with the PS, please kindly assist us in sorting out this issue. Because in 2017, we went to the Deaf Olympics. That was in Egypt, and we had many medals that we achieved, around 17. It was around 2017. Also, we have had another Olympics in Brazil. We got 23 medals, and this was from our team. And that simply means that we made our country proud. And also, we have seen that the athletes have been able to sing the national anthem and raising the flag high. And right now, people are being now disappointed, and I really don't know what's happening, what will happen next forward. And they don't know what to do, and they're hoping that their hopes are in the sports. They're really training hard. And finally, people disappointing them, this is not equal, or this is not fair at all. So that is why I'm asking the PS and the CES to kindly intervene with the Department of Sports to really explain on what happened to this 10.8 million, so that we can be able also to oblige ourselves to the international body and sort it out. Because we're having athletes who need also to go and participate.
Have you written to the Cabinet Secretary for Sports, that is Kipchumba Murkomen?
Yes.
And what did he say?
Yeah, we did a letter to CS Murkomen,
yes,
for him to be able to intervene in this situation or in this issue. Then also we wrote a letter to the PS to also intervene in this matter or in this issue. But until now, I've not heard from them. But I'm still pushing. They need to intervene. And this is really, really important for athletes, so that they may be able to go and participate in the Deaf Olympics.
You mentioned there are almost 9 events that we missed out because of this. If you can mention just a few of these events, which ones are they?
Okay, so we have had World Championship for tennis, table tennis also.
Yes.
World Championship for golf.
Yes.
For also marathon. And also, we've had the World Championship for the volleyball team. We have also had for the cycling team.
Yes.
And right now, we have a worry. The reason is, in Africa, we have the bowling games for 4 teams. That is for football, which is coming in around December, November. So it's for football, basketball, handball. Yeah, so they're all bowling teams. But they're missing this African Championship, and it's really bad news for us. We cannot participate because of this suspension.
So when you speak to the athletes or rather anybody that is taking part in deaf sports in the country, you know, what do they tell you about what they feel about this suspension?
They're really disappointed. They're really disappointed. I always get calls every day, video calls, asking me, Miriam, are we going? Will we fly? Are we suspended? Are we banned? Kindly talk to the government. I'm really, really touched on this. And also, I'm really worried about this and frustrated. And what I can say is I'm really frustrated. Participating, because 3-4 years, they've been training and watching to and looking forward to achieving the medals. Them wanting also to sing the national anthem at that level. But now they're worried. Will they go or not?
Do you feel that probably after this conversation that we are having, do you feel that probably there will be a solution at the end?
I really hope. I really expect the CS and the PS to intervene. The only 2 people I just mentioned, they can be able to help. Who else? Without the 2, we are like dead. So the sports federation will be dead for the deaf.
And
also to remember CS, remember the KK government. We had the manifesto. By the time they were campaigning, what did they say? They needed to uplift sports from bottom to up, from bottom level to the top level. That's what we have done. And right now, we are watching on the international body. So I think it's really, really important. Before the football hearing team was suspended, that is Harambee Stars, CS Ababu Namwamba, our former CS for sports, sorted it out. But what about the deaf sports? And this is like a very big honor that we are bringing to the country.
Have you also spoken to the international body to see whether they can come in and intervene on this?
Yes, I've been able to fly to France last week. And there's it was a sports congress for the deaf. So there was decisions which were made, and it was a bad decision which was made. The decision made was that all countries with the debt should be suspended. And when we talk about this, also Kenya is involved. So I've been able to try to interact with them and try kindly intervene with them and ask them to give us time so that we may go back home and talk to our government and see if we can be able to sort this out. But what I really do hope is right now, we have a period of between now to December. If we be able to sort it out, truly the system will be open for us and the deaf will be able to participate in the Olympics.
Yes, I know we are looking forward to Tokyo 2025, which is a big event. But aside from that, which other events do we risk missing out on?
Okay, we have the bowling games qualifiers, which I just previously told you, the bowling games. That is for the Deaf Olympics, for them to be able to participate. That is handball, football, basketball, and volleyball. But right now we cannot be able to participate because we're suspended.
Yes, hopefully, you know that hopefully there will be a decision from the government soon. That is something that we are praying for, that Kenya doesn't get us suspended from taking part in these international events. And as we wind up this conversation, where do you, rank deaf sports in Kenya? Where are we as of at the moment?
In the world, in the last Olympics, we are number 10. We are ranked number 10. Imagine, number 10 in the world. With the 23 medals. standing.
And probably in the next event, we could have even done better. More medals coming out.
Why not?
Yes.
Why not? We can also become even the best three, among the best three.
Yes, thank you very much, Miriam Opondo from Dev Sports in Kenya for coming to talk to us on, why Kenya is facing a ban from taking part in international events when you talk about Dev Sports. And of course, giving your message to the CS for Sports, that is Kipchumba Murkomen. We hope that he gets this message and he gets to sort out, the issue that is affecting deaf sports in the country. I appreciate for your time. Looking forward to seeing you again as we continue to talk about deaf sports. Thank you for your time. I appreciate also. Thank you very much, Brian, for coming and helping us in translation. So I want us now to shift gears. We take a look at what is happening internationally in football, and it's all about the UEFA Nations League. Yesterday we had a couple of matches, and we begin with Germany.